This integrated audio-video control professional level 1 course will cover KeyDigital's Compass Control Professional System. Compass Control is a professional control system that will be used anytime your client is asking for an iOS touchscreen to control their system, and they require full system control. So compare and contrast that to the KeyDigital app, which controls only the KeyDigital devices. Compass Control can control third-party peripheral devices from video products like video sources and displays, projectors, audio devices like DSPs, amplifiers, music streamers, signage players, lighting shade, and HVAC controllers, from integration and automation products, security systems, and power management through our Compass Alliance partners. So KeyDigital's Compass Control is truly an app to rule all apps, where all of these devices may have their own control app or remote, if you will. Compass Control is an app to rule them all, allowing you to build drag and drop GUIs. We have two versions of drag and drop programming available, or custom GUIs, where the iOS device can essentially become a blank palette. And there's native support for web and streaming video inside of the KeyDigital Compass Control app, and of course native control of KeyDigital devices. So it's just going to be easier if you're using KeyDigital products to use that Compass Control system as the control interface. So what are the applications where you may use a professional control system? Compass Control. Presentation spaces, certainly. Once you step up from just controlling video switching, but you want to turn on and off screens or projectors, you want to control DVD players, document cameras, lighting systems, and the amplifier as we see here. Bar and restaurant, where you can simplify and create user presets and macros so that they could press a single button or two to configure the full system in the morning, in the night, etc. Whereas that used to take 15 to 30 minutes for the employees and management to have to configure the rooms that way. Digital signage, turning on and off displays at appropriate time. Operations center, houses of worship, residential applications, certainly. Any application where they have many different devices and you've built a professional audio-video automation integration system that the user just needs one interface to control that system and make it move and operate as one. When designing control systems, what are your considerations? How are the devices going to be controlled? IR, RS-232, TCP/IP is all communication languages that the Compass Control system supports, in addition to basic voltage control like triggers and relays. How many ports are needed? In other words, how many devices are needed to be controlled via IR, RS-232, or voltage? IP control is just direct, as we'll go into more details here shortly. Will you be designing a system that will utilize a built-in master controller feature from KeyDigital, or will it be an external control processor like we have? The devices and modules that we have available will certainly make your life as a programmer much easier, and as an integrator much easier, reducing the time and just making it drag and drop. What kind of GUI is the right fit for your customer, modular or custom, which means you'll need to educate yourself on what the modular system looks like. You want to ensure that you have adequate Wi-Fi coverage on site throughout anywhere that the user will be pressing the buttons in the Compass Control app on their iPad or iPhone, ensuring that communication gets back to the master controller to conduct the system. And lastly, but perhaps most importantly, will you be programming yourself, or will you be working with a referred programmer? We're more than happy to set you up with referred programmers If you don't think that you'll be doing many Compass systems immediately, you're able to work with programmers who have gone through the learning curve and will make your life much, much easier. Compass control is brilliant because it's modern. We released Compass control in the year 2012, and even at that time we knew this thing was going to use iOS devices, which are the most powerful processors out there, and we're going to speak network natively. We're going to use the iOS device as the brain. Each and every iOS device is its own brain. We don't have to rely on the control processor or master controller to be that brain. And all the devices just live on the network. From your iOS smart devices to your master controllers, they communicate over the network, which is essentially immediate. And that allows there to be an unlimited amount of controllers possible. You could even support global IP communication to control systems away from your current location. You can have corporate headquarters control franchise locations, or collect status from those locations. You could have users at the office raise and lower their thermostats at home using global IP communications. We take a look at the difference between modular and custom projects. At the top, we have drag and drop modular programming of our second generation GUI for modular. And at the bottom, we have a fine example of a custom GUI where each and every page is custom made. This integrator decided, and they brilliantly so, to just use the graphics from their client's website to add to their control interface, where they can use it a bit as digital signage when it's not in use to control the audio, video, and automation system. You will have usage scenarios in drag and drop, as we see here. Presentation, for example, should not only jump you to the next screen where you have the contents list of the devices and multiple devices that you may need within that scenario, but also configure the room. When I press that presentation button, I can turn on the projector, I can drop the screen and dim the lighting if need be. That's all based on information that you feed us in our software, whereas with the custom programming, you could put all of those events and actions on your button, but you have to do it button by button. And so it's really up to you. And I'd say that the most effective programmers use modules in a custom GUI so that it could look exactly as their client requires, yet be custom fit, or take advantage of all the work we've done here at KeyDigital on our module development team for all the bidirectional communication and ensuring control is correct, etc. Big advantage of our Compass control system is that you could become a certified programmer easily at your own convenience online, or you can come to one of our in-house trainings to gain all the way up to the level 3 certification. Level 1, system specification and sales, is more of a PowerPoint presentation, and that is accessed exactly how you have accessed this IAVC certification courses online in your dealer portal. Once you've created a profile, you'll see it there, the option to begin your Compass control online training. C1 Plus is the drag and drop programming method and installation. Level 2 is custom module development, where you can create your own code sets for IR, RS-232, and TCP/IP controlled devices, or you can configure your master controllers as needed. And level 3 educates you on how to build a custom GUI so you can become a custom programming professional, certified professional, and we could begin referring end user clients and other AV contractors to you when they're going to be going through that level and hiring certified programmers. Our Compass Alliance partners enables Compass Control to become the most powerful system and allows you to choose across good, better, and best for all the different AV integration and automation categories, so you could work with brands you're familiar with, and you could create packages based on the price point that your clients require. We have bidirectional control modules, all viewable on KeyDigital's website for you already. Just go to the Compass Control section of our website under the products, and you'll see bidirectional modules listing. You could see images of these modules, and you could even see YouTube videos of these modules in action. As we go into the hardware of the Compass Control system, we do have dedicated controllers and built-in master controllers into our video switching devices. We're only going to cover the dedicated external controllers here, as we've already covered the all-in-one systems in previous IAVC courses. This is the MC1000. It communicates over the network from your iOS devices, and you have 7 IR RS-232 ports, where 1 through 6 can be IR, RS-232, voltage sensing, voltage triggering, and the 7th port labeled Zigbee RS-IO, that's really just RS-232 anymore. It's no longer used for Zigbee, but that is a dedicated RS-232 bidirectional port for you. And anytime one of your ports executes a command, those multifunction front indicator LEDs will blink as the voltage passes through. So it's a nice troubleshooting indicator. If you have a device connected to any of those control ports and you send a command, that front indicator LED will blink. You set it up through the USB on the front of the unit. You have a dedicated relay, 3-pin relay, and you have an IR learner built into the system there. These multifunction ports are extremely versatile. They could be IR at 5 volts with the signal on the tip of a TRS connector, no contact on the ring, and you have the ground on the base. They can be bidirectional RS-232 with transmit on the tip, receive on the ring, and ground on the base. They can be voltage triggering, 5-volt trigger with voltage on the tip. They could be voltage sensing for voltage, digital video or audio, digital audio or composite video sensing, where you could sense voltage anywhere from 0.1 to 3.3 volts on the tip, so you don't need any external accessories to be a voltage sensor or voltage trigger with the MC1000 because of its versatility. And you have a built-in IR learner, so that if you can't find a code set to control one of your devices out of our library of over 30,000 devices, you may need to pick up the remote and learn that IR code set. As you see, it's a very visual IR learning interface in our with our software. This is all taught to you in our C2 certification courses. C for control, level 2. It's a very nice learning interface though. And we also have the CX800, which is a smaller controller that is becoming more and more popular because with Compass Control, as we've mentioned, IP devices are just controlled directly from the iPad. Now you always need at least one controller in the system, whether it's an MC1000, CX800, or one of our native master controllers. You have 3 control ports: IR, RS-232, voltage sensing, voltage triggering. You have a network pass-through as well. And you can configure the CX800 and MC1000 using the KeyDigital wizard, making it very, very easy. And we teach all of this in the Level 2 certification courses. And we thank you for viewing this Integrated Audio Video Control Professional Level 1 course.